There's so much drama surrounding MIKAYLA'S skincare that just dropped. MIKAYLA is a TikTok influencer and she launched a skincare brand. And you guys, there is nonstop drama with this brand and it just launched. But what has happened is that the reviews are coming in and people are actually trying it now and they're sharing what they actually think of it. Now, the first review that I saw right here is from the Lipstick Lesbians. The Lipstick Lesbians are two beauty reviewers and they are on TikTok with over 10 million followers. Now, they're sharing their review. They just got it. I haven't watched the TikTok yet, but I do have it here, so I figured we would check it out together and see what they have to say. So let's go ahead and dive in.
There's a big problem in the content creator influencer space right now when it comes to reviewing influencer beauty brand. Real question is, have they already made their review before they open the box because of who MIKAYLA Nogueira is? Two things can be true at once. We can celebrate her achievements, but the beauty community still deserves honest reviews that are not politically fueled, that are not fear-based, and that are not rooted in the preservation of parasocial content creator relationships. The whole industry fuels off of this strategy. They have to maintain the relationship with the most powerful content creator on platform because one day they may launch something. Is that more important than their own integrity? It's a really big question. Honestly, I can understand their positionality because guess what? I'm in a very similar position, aren't I? Do I say I love it because I really want to support MIKAYLA and I really want to support the influencer to founder story? Or do I say exactly what I feel about every single product, even if it's negative, knowing that it's going to burn a bridge permanently because nobody's going to forget that. And here's the thing. MIKAYLA knew in launching a brand that over 16 million people were going to come for her, either with love or hate or something in between. She knew it. And that's a huge burden for any single human being to have to grapple with. I want to congratulate her first and foremost for even doing it. Regardless of anything that anyone says, you deserve to be celebrated for launching this. It's a big deal. It's a big day. I want to know why Korea. I don't just mean Korea is the best at skincare. I want to go deeper. And I know MIKAYLA is deeply passionate about beauty. The passion and love for beauty and makeup is something we bonded over. And that passion is real. I want to believe there's more to her voice here. We just haven't seen it yet. I made in Korea. Why Korean inspired ingredients? Borrowing the ingredients, the buzzwords, the textures of K-beauty that makes it so famous. Not the same as embodying the actual philosophies that have powered K-beauty's popularity today. You've been following our content for the last 2 years. You know that we've worked really hard to unearth the narrative of what it means to be made in what region and why that makes it special. We are going to evaluate this through the incredible lens of product development. This is where we have to examine every single thing about these products. You deserve a thorough evaluation from a product developer that's not afraid to ask questions. Do have a favorite to evaluate the shit out of it.
Apparently, guys, part 2 isn't up yet. So I can't stand that. When you watch these TikToks and they talk and talk and they talk about nothing, and you watch the whole thing for nothing. What do you guys think? That was a whole lot of nothing. Okay, well, apparently she's going to come back and give her review, but what do you guys think? I mean, I won't be surprised she says that she loves it. She's just questioning why that they're using all this Korean terminology and Korean this and Korean that. Everything's because Korean's the hottest thing out there. So, of course, that's why MIKAYLA's jumping on the Korean bandwagon. Meanwhile, she just got the products. I was just watching Kiki Chanel's channel and Kiki Chanel really took a deep dive. And Kiki Chanel was saying how she just got these products like in November of 2024. And after that she showed all these different products that she was been recommending just this year. I thought it was funny how the Lipstick Lesbian said that, oh, MIKAYLA's the biggest influencer on this platform. Like, and what does that mean? Like, who cares? There's so many scammers on this platform that everybody is going, oh my God, our platform. You should be not happy with people that make your platform look bad because they lie and scam. And when there is so many scammers on a platform, what does that start to give to the platform? What is that energy does that start to give to the platform? It starts to make you think this platform is the place for scammers because this is where the scammers are at. So that really, really is not a good look for your platform. So I won't be surprised if you see a change coming real soon because, I'm sure I wouldn't want that. If that was my platform, I wouldn't want it to start to get that branding they're branding TikTok as the place to go for lying and scamming people.
So it's the next day, and the Lipstick Lesbians did as they promised, and they have uploaded their part 2 of their skincare review.
There are a lot of conflicting opinions about MIKAYLA'S POV beauty launch. So I'm going to critically evaluate product by product. I'm going to go Amp It because it can be before or after. But then for the face, it's Drench It, it's Drip It, it's Whip It, and it's Glaze It. At $22, Amp It has a pinky tone. You can see it flow through the silicone tip applicator. It has my favorite raw material in it, the bi-diglycerol polycyclopeptide 2. That's #1 ingredient. I love this raw material so much I have a jar of it because it wraps the lips. This is used in a ton of lip products. The thing that I am upset about with Amp It, personally, the next ingredients inside, hydrogenated polyisobutene, those are thicker raw materials. They're richer, they're more viscous. It's almost like they're neutralizing this wrapping sensation. So for me, I'm actually missing the cushion of Amp It, but it does feel a little heavy and rich on my lips. I would not put this on prior to applying lipstick. I would use this at night. I love the Squeezy 2 pack, and it feels newer and like a fresh take on lip balm packaging. Definitely for me in my head, more of a lip mask, lip treatment replacement. Drench It. Here she is. The minute that I saw Drench It, I thought of Rhodes glazing milk. Interesting because MIKAYLA really hybridized a variety of trends with Drench It. It's a soothing, priming milk meant to prime, plump, hydrate. The story here is the fermented rice water. The texture here though is really, really watery and thin. You have to understand that Rhode is much thicker. It's a proper milk. This product, MIKAYLA'S POV, is a much thinner essence, which is definitely a la K beauty philosophies. The rice water, however, is way more SK2 Japanese inspired. I'm sure we can all discuss in the comments if we feel Japan more so owns rice water like SK2 or if more of the Korean style brands own the rice water. But this is the texture story here, and the rice water is all about glow, hydration, and soothing properties. I already can feel tack on my skin, which to me personally, it's not my favorite feeling, but this is a very thin, watery layer. When I have something this thin, I prefer spray, Laneige Cream Skin.
But one of your favorites, Ilia's, are in a bottle that looks like Drench It.
Exactly. This is the base face. I love this. I've also seen MIKAYLA use this loads. This has a thicker viscosity, look. And this serves both purposes. $36, Drip It. Really potent, by the way. Really potent. This is the most potent product in the line. Hailey Bieber didn't do anything as potent as Drip It, the Nourishing Glow Serum, her original line. This is the MVP for me. This has everything all 4 of these skincare products have, which for me begs the question, if I'm getting such intense hydration from this serum and I'm getting the high levels of niacinamide, and look at that like milky veil texture, this gel-like texture, my question becomes, do I really need the rest of these products? Do I need this tacky style soothing priming milk without a spray pump?
This is distracting me on your face.
Sorry. But it's so you can see the texture, the viscosity. You can see how it drips. It's quite thin. There is panthenol, niacinamide. There's also glycerin, intensely high up on this IL. And there's even a little bit of tack and adhesion in some of the other raw materials in here that you'd get that priming experience for skin prep. This glow serum is MIKAYLA'S take on what we've seen Glow Recipe do with niacinamide. We've seen on the market from Bioma, what we've seen Mixun do with Bean Essence, what we've seen CosRX do with snail mucin. She like mashed them all up in this really silky, thin serum, milky veil.
Like the way it feels on your face?
I love the way it makes my skin feel. I do not like the way it feels on my skin. For me, it's too much tack. It's too sticky. I feel it too much. Texture matters. So my oily skin queens, beware of the next 2 products in the line. We're going to talk about them and we're going to talk about why. My super, super dry skin queens, if you love a multi-step vibe, sure, you could go Drench It and Drip It, but really with the 4 different molecular weights of hyaluronic acid in here and the high levels of potency of the niacinamide, the glycerin, the panthenol, you don't need it. That's just the fact. Next, the Whip It. $38. Genius. This holds your spatula, and even if you have nails, you could pop her out. She definitely thought about this. Heroicism of whip it. This is a texture hero. This is where K-Beauty sings. When you look at this texture, it gives that marshmallow whipped cream vibe. Also looks like it has pearl in it. It is actually being driven by the emulsification system, bringing the two phases together during development. It's actually a little bit more of an old school emulsification system where it almost feels a little bit soapy. That's distinct in terms of a sensorial experience because that soapiness also feels really smooth, which is why it's a texture hero. For me, I've already put on way more than I would normally put on in terms of hydration because I'm combo. I don't need more moisture. So I'm going to use the tiniest bit of amount of this product for demonstration purposes. The novelty of this texture is the sensation when it breaks on skin. I would use this type of a moisturizer at night in the dead of winter. If you have Ilia, you don't need something like this. Calling it the barrier bolster technology, that's just a marketing term. Great marketing team, by the way. I'm into it. I see what they all did. So my skin now has 3 layers of product on it. It looks pretty. It feels heavy and thick. But I know that if I were to put makeup on right now, bone dry matte foundation on, it would look better with this level of product underneath. For me, if makeup prep is truly the #1 thing you want out of this line, this is the product for you. This is Milk's Hydro Grip on steroids. 1 ingredient, adenosine. Way more anti-aging than Milk's Hydro Grip. Why call it glazing? And what do I think of when I see this texture? Glass skin. Even though glazing is not a term that was popularized by K-Beauty, glass skin's philosophy where it looked like your skin reflects like a mirror was popularized by K-Beauty. That's where we see this harmonization of globalization. Glazing is now a Western adaptation that Mikayla is getting inspired by, drawing from major TikTok trends. This to me is the least K-Beauty of them all. Let's just do 1 pump because I don't need any more. Once you break this glaze though, it feels like water breaking. They did do a really nice job to ensure that they maintain thinness. I don't care how thin you make your products. When you put 4 things on your face before makeup, that's a lot. Now, in theory, we're going into the spring in New York. I need a 5th layer. What's my 5th layer, everyone?
Makeup.
SPF.
Oh.
See how I yelled at her? I would now have to take a gel cream SPF or Beauty of Joseon or my Abib SPF stick, which I'm going to do. My Abib SPF stick because it's the thinnest thing I can put on my face. And we need to put sun care on.
Why didn't Mikayla put SPF in her line?
It's just really expensive. Like you have to test at the triple-digit figure number and upwards to do SPF testing.
Wow.
I think she was being cost effective, right? And she'd have to charge a bit more and she needs to get an understanding of her audience buying. So now I have to put 5 layers on for me to effectively finish my skincare. For me, my priming step, I usually do in a stick format, like Milk's stick, because I don't need this. Sensorially and texturally, I understand the assignment of what they did and what the product development was told to do and what they achieved. To me is honestly skincare I would more so want to use at night with this many layers.
Really?
Whether or not it's skin prep, that's marketing. Throw some face on. Okay, my usual face base routine minus Mario's skin enhancer because it's too wet and dewy. I had to go all powder. Mikayla is not trying to change the game of skincare with POV. She is trying to put her mark on a new positioning for marketing in terms of this skin prep story. And she is trying to make Made in Korea with this harmonized viewpoint where she synthesizes trends in this genius TikToker way that she's done on her platform for 5 years, which is why she's here. So all of this makes so much sense to me. Is this a Korean beauty brand? No. Has it aspired to be a Korean style skincare brand with North American facets to it? Yes. It's a celebration of her as a businesswoman being able to synthesize trend in this way for the market and being able to bring us these products. And also, as a content creator with her power, of course she's gonna launch a brand, everybody. And if you don't like it, tough shit. Because that's the next step in the progression of her career and it makes complete logical sense. Me, a product developer, I gave you my take so you can decide whether or not you're gonna spend your money on these products. But regardless, this conversation we're starting to have here is bigger than just POV beauty. It's about evolving relationships between creators, brands, and their audiences, especially when they become brands themselves. If we want the beauty space to stay credible, we need to create space and accountability for authentic, real evaluations and reviews, while also holding space for celebration where celebrations are due. We have to be okay with nuance. Beauty.
It seems very clear to me watching that video that what really went on is that MIKAYLA'S company is looking for how they can make the most money out of people. So they're telling you you need to use these, 5 products before you do your makeup. They're trying to tell you that you need to use 5 products before you do your makeup because that's that's so much money. That's more money they're getting you to spend. That is why they're telling you you need to use all of these products before you do your makeup. And guarantee they will be probably coming out with a nighttime routine as well. And then they're going to tell you you need 10 products at night. That's what's going on here. That's why there is 5 products. That's why they're going whip it, all these blah, blah, blah. Oh, you do not need to do all of that. That is baloney. This is total and complete BS to try to get the most money out of their followers that they can. Because in my opinion, nobody else is going to buy this. I'm just being completely honest. I have zero interest to buy this skincare. I have zero interest. Now, when I watched Hailey Bieber's TikToks and this and that, and it sounded horrible, but I did have an interest in it because of the skincare looks so great, But what I'm saying is as a consumer, I have zero interest in MIKAYLA'S products. So I don't know who would be interested in her products except for her followers. And I don't think that she God bless, I hope that she does have a lot of followers, but I wouldn't bank on that, you know what I mean? Because she has a lot of giveaways. She's giving away Chanel bags, giving away cash, giving away all kinds of stuff all the time. That's where a lot of this engagement comes from. I just think it's absolutely disgusting that they're telling you need to use 5 different products before you put on your makeup, not including sunscreen. So essentially it'd be 6 products. They're not mentioning the sunscreen because they don't have it. But if they had it for sale, be sure that they'd be mentioning that you need 6 products before you do your makeup. Get the F out of here. I'm sorry. And this one, like someone said on TikTok, fancy verbiage, listen, they just want a word salad. It's a bunch of word salad. Oh, look at these big words I know. Let me talk as fast as I can and professional as I can. They're not saying anything. This is my opinion, just sharing my opinion, girl. Don't, everybody's entitled to their opinion. This is just my opinion. So I wish her well, but I don't really support anybody that intentionally doesn't mind stealing, lying to people. Because when she put on that mascara and then put on the false lashes, you essentially were, when you do that, you're tricking people and you're essentially saying, I'm going to take their money and I don't care. I'm going to steal money. I'm going to do, you know what I mean? So I don't think that's good karma. I don't think that's a good activity to do, is to lie to people. Don't put on lashes and say, oh, look what the mascara did. Don't do it. Just say, oh, I just added a faux lash, but this is how it looks with the lashes. I'm that wouldn't have been lying, and people would have said, wow, that's cute. Came out cute like that. Say, I just added one wispy on the end just to add a little more, but this is how it looks. I don't think anybody would have cared because came out looking cute. And it was a great idea to put how she did it with maybe one Ardell on the end or whatever she did. So, just say it. She's over here, just so many lies, oh, I don't filter. I'm a size 2, she's saying now. She claims she's a size 2. Now, another TikToker has come forward and shared her wear test. I did actually watch this TikTok. I was very impressed with this girl's makeup. She is gorgeous, so talented with her makeup again. So that's what initially, actually, I saw MIKAYLA'S page a long time ago, and I thought she had very, very cute makeup. I love makeup. I love makeup. I love skincare. So I thought MIKAYLA was doing cute makeup looks back in the day until I saw when you got into it, people would show the real pictures and you're like, what? But anyhow, this girl that I'm talking about now, she doesn't look like she uses a lot of filters or anything like that. So I think this is actually how she does her makeup. And she wore the skincare for the full day. And I'll show you guys, but she showed you what happened when she wore it for the full day. Because I just want to say, some makeup artists in Hollywood that work on celebrities, they don't use any skincare under the makeup. And they actually recommend using sort of a toner to remove the natural oils from the skin so that the makeup will last and will not slip and slide off of the face. I did go to makeup school with the MAC artists in New York City to the MAC Pro Studio, and I did take makeup classes there, makeup artistry classes, and a lot of the makeup artists were working in Hollywood, working on celebrities, and they would never put all of that skincare. As a matter of fact, like I said, they were actually they wanted the skin to be free of their own natural oils, and then they would put the primers on and then the makeup, etc., etc. Now, this girl shows how her makeup looked after she wore POV Beauty under her makeup all day. I'll just tell you guys now, to my eye, it looked like it broke up the makeup. So it's too much under your makeup, for unless you have extremely dry skin, I don't know who could benefit from that many products under their makeup or anywhere, except like even Lipstick Lesbian said, that'd be probably okay at night. But under your makeup, walking around all day, you know, maybe you get hot, maybe it's hot out, maybe you're sweating. How is this going to hold up? How is these 5 products going to hold up under your makeup? Now, this girl showed, I believe she lives in the Northeast, so it's cold out. But guys, imagine in the summer, what's going to happen? Here's her review, though. Let me show you guys.
I got MIKAYLA'S new skin prep line, and I'm really curious to see if this actually works because I don't have influencer skin. I have a lot of texture, acne, dry spots, and just overall very sensitive skin. Now, to give MIKAYLA'S products a fair fight, I'm going to do one half of my face with my everyday skin prep routine, and we're going to compare it to this side of my face, which will be MIKAYLA'S products. Okay, I go in with a little bit of an eye cream, and then I take the Verse Brightening Vitamin C Serum. And then I go in with the Cetaphil Deep Hydration 48-Hour Activation Serum. And for moisturizer, I go in with the Skin Soak Rich Moisture Cream by Verse. Okay, so the first product we're going to try is the Soothing Priming Milk. And she presses it into the skin. I put way too much on, my bad. It's not burning, it's not tingling. It does dry down into a little bit of a stickier, tackier finish. Now, her next step is the Glow Serum. No burning, no weird tingling feeling. And just like the priming milk, it does kind of dry down into a little bit of a tackier finish. Now we have Whip It. You twist it, you get your little thing out. I'm gonna be real honest with you, I don't use these things. It almost looks a little pearlescent. Is that just me? This feels really nice on the skin. It is so blendable and it feels instantly hydrating. Like you just splashed water on your face because it has a little bit of like a cooling effect. This is her Lazy Tack Primer. That goes on really lightweight. I can't tell if it's cooling or if it's like burning. I can't tell. It's a weird feeling, but that is the only product so far that has given me any type of sensation. Now it is sticky and tacky, but not to the level that I thought it would be. I thought it was going to be like the Milk Hydro Grip. It has like the same level of grip to it as these two products when I first apply them. I'm going to use the one size turn up the base. This side I'm going to use for MIKAYLA'S. Okay, right off the bat, it looks pretty nice. I normally have a lot of texture and dryness right here, and I'm not seeing it. I'm going to flip the sponge over. We're going to go in with this side. We have to compare the lip balm lip treatments. I go in with Aquaphor because it's affordable. This is MIKAYLA'S Amp It. With MIKAYLA'S side, you have a mango-y flavor / scent. I don't like scented things, especially when it comes to lip products, because I'm really sensitive to them. And if it's something really sweet, I get an instant migraine. Hers is a little bit on the thicker side, but not in a sticky, uncomfortable way. I want to say these have been on for about 30 minutes. The Aquaphor side, I already need to reapply. MIKAYLA'S side, I feel like I can go like another 20-30 minutes before I need to reapply it. It's been over an hour that these products have been sitting on my skin so far. This is MIKAYLA'S side, and then this is my side. I am going to do a wear test for the rest of the day, so don't go away just yet. So far, I'm liking the products. I'm really shocked about how well it got rid of the texture on my cheek. I wish she replaced one of these products with a sunscreen though. That's like my biggest problem with the line. Everyone should be wearing their sunscreen every single day. It's so hard to find sunscreens that work well under makeup. It says that each product is about $22 to $36. If you look at Charlotte Tilbury or It Cosmetics, they sell skincare products for like $50 and up. It's crazy. So $22 to $36, I don't think is the worst. Now, affordability is very personal. I'm speaking for me right now. I live in Massachusetts, bitch. It's expensive here. I don't have a lot of extra money to spend on products. You are also in the same like financial boat as me. You don't need to buy like all 5 of these products. Priming Milk and the Glow Serum, I honestly don't really see a difference between the two of them. Like they kind of give the same effect on the skin. They're both a little sticky, a little tacky. So I don't think you need to buy both of these. This one is a little bit lighter on the skin. So if you have more oily skin, maybe go in with that one. And if you have more dry skin, go in with the Glow Serum. I'm not a dermatologist, so when it comes to ingredients and stuff like that, I don't know
and I don't honestly care. I'm at a point in my skincare journey where it's just, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I'm so tired of like finding a product that works really well for me and then going online and people being like, this has dimethicone or whatever in it, or this has alcohol in it. You should buy this instead. So then I buy the better version instead, and then my skin looks horrific. It is 11:50 right now. I don't know how to eat without getting lipstick all over my chin, but it is about 4 o'clock. So my skincare side, I think, looks really smooth, and I don't have like any creasing or anything. But on MIKAYLA'S side, I have texture right there, and I feel like you can see my smile lines a little bit more. Both sides, the makeup got taken off on my nose. I wear glasses, it happens. MIKAYLA'S side is definitely a lot more glowy than my side. Do you see what I'm talking about? Like, this side looks really smooth, and I don't have like any creasing, where this side, I have a little texture coming up. I have to be honest with you, and I would pick this side over that side. This is me just being really harsh and nitpicking right now. Honestly, between the two sides, I don't see a big, huge difference. It's not like MIKAYLA'S side is like separating and it's super cakey and gross, and this side is like blurred and filtered to perfection. No, they look similar enough. This side just looks a little bit smoother. What works for my skin might not work for your skin. Everyone is so different, so please do not just base your entire judgment off of my one video, because I've seen other people and they love this product. I am for sure going to be using the Amp It lip balm and the Whip It moisturizer. I love the feeling of this on my skin. These three products, the Glaze It, the Drench It, and the Drip It, I really think you can get away with buying 1 or 2 of these. These all kind of feel very similar to me, on my skin at least. I do love the creativity of coming out with makeup prep instead of just another beauty product. Like, you don't really see that anymore. Thank you, Mikayla, for sending me these products. Thank you for letting me try them out. I'm really grateful. Thank you for the little fan, and the little headband, and the little clips in the PR box. Thank you so much. Goodbye. Please come out with the sunscreen.
I think you could really see there how, you know, wearing all of those skincare products under your makeup, it really did seem to break up her makeup. So it didn't make her makeup didn't seem to last as long. Didn't, like she said, it didn't look as smooth. But what do you guys think? Did you guys see a difference in the MIKAYLA side or the other side of her face that she did not use MIKAYLA? She used her own Verse, I believe she said, skincare, her own that she's been using. What do you guys think? So would you actually pick MIKAYLA skincare up? Are you interested in any way, shape, or form? What are your guys' thoughts? What do you think about, you know, the whole K-beauty? How are they trying to present it as K-beauty, or are they really just inspired? You know, what do you guys think? I have to tell you though, wasn't her makeup absolutely gorgeous? Her name on TikTok is Clown Makeup MUA. So I'll have her link down below, because how gorgeous was that eye that she did? Her whole face, her whole makeup look was absolutely gorgeous, and it did not look like she had any filters on, because you could see her texture, you could see her breakouts. And wasn't that amazing? I thought, and her lashes looked amazing. See, to me, that's somebody that I would like to follow, that I'd be inspired by, that I like to hear what they have to say. So let me know your guys' thoughts down below. And that's pretty much it. I hope you're all doing good, and I'll see you very soon. Bye.